Previously on T-Man 978.
Same store, different chips. But look what I found in the wild. If you watch my channel, you know I own this. What you don't know is I own this as well. So the review is probably already up before this video.
Wrong. T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. As of this recording, I have finally, after 6 years and a couple months, crossed the 20,000 subscriber threshold. If you have contributed to my channel in any type of way by liking, sharing, and leaving me a nice comment or helping me find something or sending something my way to review on the channel, I super duper appreciate you. Or if you even just watched my videos all the way through, that's awesome. Even if you've never made a comment, but you've done anything, any one of the things that I mentioned in some type of way without ever reaching out to me directly, I appreciate you. But anyway, right now what we're reviewing is Optimus Primal from Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom. He's a Voyager Class figure, and much like Studio Series 86 Hot Rod, he's as super close to a masterpiece as you can get for retail price. In case it matters to anyone, he is number 8 of the Kingdom series. Inside of his packaging, we get this Optimus Prime card, which has the golden disc right here on the back of it, which was shown multiple times in the Beast Wars series. What I just found out is you can pull this off, and back here it's revealing that there's a possible chance that Optimus Prime may die in a certain timeline. That's what I'm guessing they're doing. But, yeah. There you go. Accessories-wise, Primal comes with these 2 swords that he was known to pull from his back and wield against the Predacons. They are nicely sculpted, and they're flat. Not really any, like, hollowness or anything. There's that sculpting there, like the size being in his hands, which you can shove directly into his 5mm molded grip right there. Even though these fingers can open, you can also store them on his back. I believe you could do this with the original version of Optimus Primal from 96, 95, 96. Anyhow, yeah, I'm personally happy I waited and never got that original toy because this looks really good. I've always wanted a retail release for these guys, him and Megatron. And basically the first season, I missed out on the first season of the Beast Wars cast for the most part. So I'm happy I waited so I can get better versions. But anywho, here you are. Here he is covered in a ton of detail, a ton of paint. Like, I believe these feet are just molded blue plastic, but that's red paint right there. The whole front of this is paint, the white and the red. The white and the blue hair. Actually, you know what? The white and the red hair is painted, but that blue is a separate blue piece of plastic right there. So his arms are multi-layered, as you can see. All this on the chest is painted nicely. That detail is nice. The eyes are painted really good. It's the same paint they've been using for their studio series. It is very vibrant and catches light like really, really good. You've seen that small hole on the packaging. His eyes look like they were glowing through that. And here, let's get this out of the way. People have been saying that looks like Sid from Ice Age on his crotch. Like the nose, the eyes, and the buck tooth. And it does. And even down here, if like I'm looking at that, that looks like a mouth right there, a beak. So they put a lot of interesting molding and sculpting right there. His back is pretty much his back. Now in the cartoon on the cartoon, he had like a robot butt exposed. And back here you can kind of see robot detail and whatnot, but they didn't paint that any differently than they normally did. Basically, the only thing this is missing from the masterpiece is actual thrusters, because he had a jetpack that folded out. He doesn't have any like jetpack detail. That would have been really awesome, but you can pretend there's no even a port or anything, so you can port stuff there. So yeah, I think technically to give him that robot butt look, they want you to lift this up, but when you rotate his waist, that's going to rotate with it. So I just leave it down, to be honest. It's not hurting anything. Other functionality to make him almost masterpiece level, you can push these out to reveal his shotguns in his forearms. They move out. They have that articulation. He has them actually on both sides, so they didn't cheap out and just give you them on one side. They gave you both of his shotgun blasters. And right here, I'm gonna partially transform him. If that was pegged in there very good. I'm gonna lift this out, and he has these right here. These cannons, shoulder cannons. Push that back down, shove that back in, and you can have them pointed forward, or you can have them pointed down like this. And of course, these are Blast Effects compatible. Here's an example. If you are new to collecting Transformers because you're interested in Beast Wars, and here's a Beast Wars figure, they have these little characters called Battle Masters that are in Target. Walmart has not been carrying them. I didn't even notice that until somebody brought it up, but they're like $6 and they all come with like little effects. Get them now because Kingdom no longer has the Battle Masters. So yeah, if you want some of these effects, look at what's available inside of the packaging right now before they disappear. The Transformers Earthrise ones came with more effects like this, which is like an impact blast. And while I'm looking at this guy, this particular figure has no ports for me to place an impact effect. Normally they would have a little nub, and you can put this on there. It looks like he's getting shot. And to show you this, he has no ports on the bottom of his feet as well, unless something can fit there. Nope. So he is totally without the typical War for Cybertron gimmick of having ports all over the body. Unfortunately, unlike the Masterpiece, you can't like rotate these down the back to look like the jetpack. Here he is next to a Kingdom Core Class figure and a Kingdom Deluxe Class figure right there. Here's something I forgot to do in Rat Trap's review, but this is an actual Beast Wars basic figure right there. So here's how you get to see how much Core Class shrank compared to basic. This would have been the cheaper option back in the day, where this was like $5, $6. These are now $10. This would be the comparative figure. And you can see these a lot more substantial. I'm going to come back with Megatron robot mode later. He is a dinosaur right now. But if anybody was interested right now, here's this. And here's another generation's Voyager Class figure. There's Optimus and a Seeker. My following reviews won't be so talkative, but I felt like I needed to do that. Articulation. It is on a ball joint, but it goes up that much. Not really down. Rotates, no real tilt or anything. Arm rotates, you can feel a soft ratchety type motion. You do have a slight butterfly joint right there. And the arm goes out, is very tight. A lot of these joints are super crazy tight. Get that swivel. The elbow bends well over 90 degrees right there. And you have wrist rotation, and I showed you that the fingers open and they're tight. You get the waist swivel that swivels all the way around due to transformation. legs go out to there, basically. And remember that this is all paint, so be careful what you're doing. You can do this smoothly without rubbing it on anything, but going this way, you might rub. You do get a thigh rotation. You get the knee joint that looks a bit ugly, admittedly, but I believe it's supposed to tab here and then you bend here. It bends that much, but you can actually, if you don't keep it tabbed, it goes further. And he has something rare for a Transformer. Boot cut. If anybody from Hasbro is watching this, thank you for incorporating ankle pivot in every figure above the core class. Even some of them have. That Rat Trap has some semblance of ankle pivot, but you get that, and you can push the toe up, and you can pull it down, and it kind of like it locks the toe in place. This bends this way for whatever reason. I have no clue why. Overall, though, the paint is nice, the detail is nice, articulation is great. Only complaints I have is, well, my main complaint, I'll say this. They were unable to put this or sculpt this into such a way where as this piece right here could be flush to the body. Did not bring out the Masterpiece Primal out here so you can see his detail. He is way cartoon accurate. That's why he doesn't have certain like fur detail and whatnot. But overall, though, you can see that this guy pretty much matches him almost identical. But this went super cartoon accurate. Here, you can see the chest is closed up right here. They were not able to do that, I guess, for the price point. And here's what you're working with back here. You can see that here's the jetpack detail, like I was mentioning, which can rotate and go away. Here are the Masterpiece swords. They're freaking almost the same size. That's crazy. Even though he is significantly taller. But outside of this gripe right here, and I wish maybe these could tuck away easier without half transforming him and whatnot. I really don't have any problem. This is a really good, almost damn near perfect action figure or Beast Wars representation. And here's Primal up against Leader Class Megatron right here. Transformation. Gonna take these swords out of his hands. Going to lift this butt panel up and rotate it like this. Bring it down. Push these up into the legs. And basically get the legs into this position right there. Now we can pull this down, rotate it into that orientation, lift this back, go ahead and flip this right here, shove this panel down on both sides, lift that out of the way, push these cannons in there, move this out, kind of rotate it now, and do this, push that in, shove that down, and basically the head can look up. He is in his gorilla mode right there. And yeah, beast modes typically always suffer. If you want to, you can still store his swords on his back. I don't know if that would make any sense to you with him being a gorilla with sword storage, but there you are. Now, there's no real way to like, this is the best you can do as far as hiding that up under there. And they had this right here. But yeah, one of the modes always suffers because you're going to have robot kibble hanging out. Megatron, they were able to get him really good. The Masterpiece and the Voyager of the Leader Class version. But the Maximals typically suffer most. But anywho, the head can rotate left and right. Let's zoom in on this. Get some light. He does have irises. And I've been liking this face since before I got it. He looks pissed off. He can look down. Can't really look up too much. You get all the same arm articulation. When you rotate it, you do see the robot kibble. The legs can go back. And the toes bend down for whatever reason. Maybe you want them hanging upside down. He often stood upright on the show, and gorillas can do that. So what they're suggesting you do is move this out of the way. Bend, let's see, this up. Well, basically, we need to get this joint right there like that. And then rotate things like this. It's hard to do it the way they suggested, but have it like this. Now we can put him upright. Have that down. And put the head forward or whatever. Have him something like this. And now he's upright. And he can get into a position if you want. Here he is. Next to Megatron. What happened? Well, this was the second episode when he bit Optimus Primal's leg. Like, oh, that worried me so much. Like, I didn't know whether characters could die or whatnot on that cartoon. They changed the rules so much on there. When that episode when Pterosaur shot Megatron to pieces, I was like, holy crap, they let that happen? And then he wasn't dead. I was like, oh, what the heck? But anyway, here's Rat Trap. I'll bring in other beast mode comparisons as I review those figures. You're lucky I showed you Black Arachnia because I haven't reviewed her yet, but here's how small Rat Trap is. But anyway, I like them. The beast mode isn't as great as the robot mode, but it's cool that he can even become the beast and have as much functionality as he has. Like being able to look all the way up forward and get into that position it's great that they worked that into that. Plus still rotate the neck. Like a few years ago, we would have not gotten that. Not on a figure this size. So that is cool. So, yeah, I like them. Robot mode, I definitely like better. And I like that the transformation isn't that difficult, just like the original toy and the cartoon. So, I can recommend them myself if you love Beast Wars. I'm doubting seriously that the cartoon will make you like these characters anymore on the Kingdom cartoon. So, what I suggest is watching the original Beast Wars series and you'll have more appreciation for these guys. They're on a website called Tubi, like Tubi. They have an app as well. You can watch the first 2 episodes, watch any episode that introduces a character, and maybe the last 2 episodes of season 1. So, season 1, I'm not going to lie, is a slog. Some of those episodes are boring or drag out. But after you watch those ones I suggested, definitely watch all of season 2 and all of season 3. They get really good once you get to season 2 to me. Anyway, thank y'all for watching this. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.